Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Backstage Pass for Successful Early Childhood Leaders, where we pull back the curtain of the what, the how, and the why of how they did it to get these transformative results. And today I'm speaking with Melissa Alvarado, who's the director at New Wonders Preschool in Middletown, New York. And we're going to be chatting a little bit about how learning to manage her calendar had a direct impact on her culture. So Melissa, welcome, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, honey. Hi, good evening to you.
Awesome. So what I want to get started with is going all the way back to a little over, a year ago, before joining us at our live event last year. What was your calendar like? What were your days like? What was your culture like? Walk us through that a little bit.
Well, my calendar was non-existent. I did not have a calendar. It was fairly a new school. We got it about 3 years ago. So before meeting you, which was the summer of last year, June of 18, was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I was walking into the school, literally getting bombarded as soon as I walked in with teachers, needing this, needing that, parents. I mean, I wouldn't even have a plan. I did not know what was going on when I walk in. And at the end of the 8, 10, 12 hours, my owner would say, "So what'd you do today?" And I'm like, I don't know. I literally was not getting things done. I had no systems. I had no guidance, and I was like falling. I was really falling hard.
And when you think about that effect that it has on your family, on yourself, on your spouse, like when you come home so wrung out like that, I mean,
it was tough. I mean, we were doing, like I said, 12 at 3 in the morning, we'd go to the diner, have dinner, and then we'd do it again at 7 a.m. So it was pretty tough. The first couple of years before you, it was kind of rough, and I was breaking down physically, emotionally. Both of us were. So it was a tough thing. And then my team wasn't really a team. I had a big turnover. They were kind of leaving me. I was kind of begging them to stay, hiring whoever would come through the door. That's kind of where I was.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of school leaders are right now. A lot of people are exactly in your current position of like, what do you mean? I can't tell them that they have to do this, then they'll leave and then I won't have anyone. Like it's this fear of like, where you were. So let's go to a little bit about the activity management, because more than understanding how to manage our time, what you've really learned how to get so much better at is managing your activity. Like what should I be doing right now? So can you unpack that a little bit for those of us that are watching?
Right. So I had to, I learned that I needed a calendar. I learned that I needed to know what I was doing on certain days and what I was doing on certain parts of that day. So I started by just theming my days. Like, what was I going to do on Mondays? What was I doing on a Monday? What was I doing on a Tuesday? What was I doing on a Wednesday? So once I themed my days, I took, for example, Monday Madness, where I was doing my paperwork. And I went from
I love how you named it Monday Madness.
Yes, I went from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I knew that at 9 to 9:30. Aiden, 1 second. Go back upstairs. I learned that from 9 to 9:30, I was going to be doing a block. From 9:30 to 10, I was going to be doing something else, so forth and so on. And that's how I started.
Yeah. And I loved how, in the beginning, it was like first tracking, like, okay, where's my time going? What should I actually be doing? What should be in my day? And
outline it to figure out what was going to be done when and how.
Right. And so now that you have this great calendar, and this is a work in progress, it's not like it just happened,
No, it was a work in progress.
Yeah. And it's still going to be a work in progress because as your school grows and as you grow, your time needs to be allotted in different places. It's not like you do it once and that's it, it's over. So now that you do have a calendar, a structure, a purpose of why you walk in and what happens during that time, what has been the effect? Let's get started with just your team and your culture and just what's been happening, because it's just amazing.
Well, yeah, as far as the team, it's amazing because I have time for them and their specific needs now. So I know that, and they know that if my door is closed on Monday because it's Monday Madness and I'm doing all paperwork, they know that on Tuesday, on Teacher Tuesdays, I'm in their classrooms. I'm giving them the one-on-one, kind of giving them the modeling, giving them the informal observations, giving them what they need. They know that on Wednesdays I'm off site possibly, but then they know on Thursday I'll be back again to do teacher. It's called teacher walkthroughs. So it's just amazing because I feel like being there for them totally has helped to build their, you know, their confidence in the classroom, them wanting to come to school. The culture's improved. It's been like really mind-blowing. It's been awesome.
And so this is really interesting what you just said, and why I want to piggyback on this is because you said, you know, I want to be there for them. I want them to feel that they're supported. And that's one of the biggest reasons why so many leaders just end up running around putting out fires, keep their door open. What do you mean I have to be available? Can you bust that myth for us, please?
I learned that from Honey, and I had my door open all the time because I've learned, just even as a teacher, open door policy. If your door is always open, don't ever close your door because they'll walk out, they won't register. The best thing I did was close my door because I get things done. So it's totally a myth because in order for me to be okay, I need to close my door sometimes. I need to get through that. And my team, I've been very transparent at my first few meetings when we were working on my time blocking. I told them what was going on. At the end of this, not at the end, it's kind of ever changing, but I always give them a copy of where I'm at. You know, this is what I'm doing Monday through Friday. You can come see me on Open Forum Fridays. You can see me on your one-on-ones. So once they knew that, everyone was good with it. Everyone was really
because you think about it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have my time with Melissa. The reason they keep keeping the door down is because like they never know when they can grab you. So it's like, well, let me try again. Maybe
Honey, it was all day. And that was a struggle I went to with. It was all day where my door was closed with a big sign and they were still knocking.
Yes.
So once I was able to finally say, hey, guys, you can't do that unless we need to call 911 or the building's on fire. You are not to knock on my door and we are not to open the door. And they learned that. Even my parents learned it. Like when they would call for an appointment, I need this emergency. Well, what's going on? What is the emergency? If it wasn't deemed an emergency, they could see me on Thursday at 2 p.m. That's the only time I have available.
Yes.
I give structure to the school. Parents like it. It makes me feel more professional because I'm like, okay, I'm unavailable. You can see me on Thursday when I see parents from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
And then that's what they do.
Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about your personal well-being, because I don't think people talk about this enough. And I'm excited about talking about this because I know that you are just more comfortable about sharing this. And so I think that, and this is one of the reasons why I host the Summit of Excellence and why I do what I do, is because I want people to realize that taking care of yourself as the leader is what creates the transformation for the kids, is what creates happy, healthy, independent, confident, critical thinking children for the next generation of leaders. So with your calendar block now and with giving time for yourself, how has that impacted yourself personally?
Well, it's given me my life back because I have a normal time schedule. Like I can work from 8 to 10 hours and that's good. I don't go home anymore stressed out about what do I have to do? What's waiting for me? Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed when I get back. That's not happening because I know I get in at 8. I do my time block day and of course things come up, but I'm still able to manage.
That's life.
Right? Yes, absolutely. And then I know that at 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm back home. I know that at 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm back home and I'm comfortable with knowing that I did what I did throughout my day. And it's literally giving me back like 4 hours of my life every night where I could come home with this child, my grandson who's running around. I can come home to my husband, to my family. And then it's good. It's good for the soul because then I rejuvenate. I get a good night's rest after my shower and my dinner, and I'm able to go back and start all over.
And then you could give the teachers again what they need. But if you've never paused, you're giving them nothing. Like we keep saying, oh, but I need to give. No, you're not giving them anything. You're giving them.
And they absolutely know. They know, teachers know when I'm not feeling well and I'm down and out, they're like, what's going on now? And then it starts to trickle down. It's like almost like a trickle down effect. And then they start to almost feel how I'm feeling.
Exactly. And so this is, again, going back to the ripple effect. Like when we're not taking care of ourselves, what we give the teachers is toxic stress, overwhelm. when teachers are toxic, stressed, and overwhelmed, guess what they do? They bounce, they leave, they don't want to be there. And that's the retention cycle.
That's
Exactly.
exactly what's happening. I would say a couple of years ago when we were there for our first year, that's before I had these strategies and these tools that I was handed by you. This is exactly what was happening. And then
Yeah.
I was wondering what's wrong with them. It's really not what was wrong with them. It's what was wrong with me and what I was doing wrong. So
Yeah.
once I was able to start working on me with my, getting myself together is when I was able to help them.
So tell us a little bit about, what has been the ripple effect to the teachers by you making this investment in yourself and just all the things that you've been doing.
Well, absolutely. Well, the teachers have gained, basically they've gained me. I'm able to, with the flexibility now of my time blocking and being available to them, um, the culture is just so different. Like everyone's happy. I feel like everyone's able to actually, even though I'm only they're allotted certain times, they come to me at that time and they're good with that because they know that I'm busy all these other times. So it's just really open, I guess like an open relationship between the teachers and I, and they're productive. Like they're working, they're happy because they know that their one-on-one is scheduled for Wednesday and I'll see them, or Thursday, or whatever day. So it's really made them, yeah, it's made them really open to me and it's just working together well.
Yeah, and I think what's also just so inspiring for the leaders that are watching is that creating an incredible retention plan, a great culture blueprint, and just all these different things that you want, it's not years and years of work. It's
No,
about plugging into the right strategy at the right time. and
absolutely.
and understanding that the change really begins with you.
Right.
And
It
the
does.
moment we make that mindset shift is the moment we really start to see the domino effect,
Right.
of
And
just
that's hard sometimes. That's hard to do sometimes,
it's very hard.
but it's so valuable to do that and to understand that before you can really help others. It's so true when they say you got to help yourself before you help anyone else, and it really applies in our field, especially since it's such a draining, trying profession. That we're so passionate about, and we often give to others without taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing that, then it's not going to work for anybody.
Yeah. And so before I have my last question before we close out is Melissa's going to be sharing her time blocking, which is one of the
Yes.
tools that we have in the Director's Inner Circle, but she'll be sharing just her breakdown of how she
Yeah.
set up her calendar so that if anyone wants to see, what she's doing or what's working, she'll be sharing that. So we'll have that available for you guys
Absolutely.
in the interview. So before we close out, what is a pro tip or a first, maybe even action step or question to think about that you can tell the owners and directors that are watching here that just want what you have?
What would I say to them? Just really, like, I guess just that's such a big question. That's so deep, but I guess you can start with what's your goal? Like what's your vision? What do you really want at the end of the day? Um, you know, uh, for me, it was just making sure that we all shared that thing, that vision, and that goal, and just trying to figure out what that was. And for me, ultimately, it was a happy, like, peace of mind,
Yeah,
going to work happy with a common goal where we were all pretty much on the same page.
yeah.
So I
I
guess
love that.
I don't know if that answered the
No,
question.
it does. It's because we're
Kind
not
of
always so looking for a strategy. Sometimes we just need a
right,
better question to help us
right.
think through something differently. I'm always looking for better questions to be asking myself because I think the
So it's
quality
just
of our life is really about the quality of the questions we
right.
ask ourselves.
So it's kind of like how for me, it's just like, what can I do
Yeah.
so that I know that I can step into my school and be okay and
Yeah.
be good and productive. So it's
Yeah.
not.
So I'm so excited to see you again in the summer.
Right. I know.
Um,
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I know. And so tell us, what are you most looking forward to? You came last year, you're coming back again. Why are you coming back?
I'm coming back because I cannot wait to see the people that I met last year, and I can't wait to like see them again and to just meet new people. The networking is awesome, and the support group from the inner circle has been it's just so wonderful. It's so supportive because we all have the same things going on. So I look forward to that. I look forward to your speakers. The speakers last year they were awesome, and they just really blew my mind. So I'm looking forward to your speakers, and I'm looking forward to meeting you because you're so personable and you really connect with us on a level where you get it, you get it, and you understand because you've been where we've been. And I just can't wait. And it's summertime, so I can't wait for that.
It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. We're rolling out some more of the red carpet, so it's going to be an amazing event.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, awesome. Melissa, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. As always, it's just always great jamming with you. So
no problem. I love you. Thank you for giving me the time. Sorry, I had some distracted with my grandson, but that's what we do as educators. We bring them home too.
Right? Absolutely.
Thank you for your time. It was a great time. Okay, honey, take care.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.